right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sound Fusion Art Life. My name is Adewale Agboke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. Today, we've got Karjakz versus Avengers fight, round 3. What I did with this one, I integrated a lot of different characters, took out some characters, brought in some new characters, like She-Hulk, War Machine. You know, I want to speak up because the Avengers universe has so many characters, and I wanted my Karjakz team to go against those characters. So, you know what I'm saying, before we get going, let's thank our sponsors. The Sound Fusion Podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadale Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadale Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadaleCenter.com for details, y'all. Y'all, back to the podcast. As I said before, Karjakz versus Avengers round 3. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the matchups are, what I wanted to do was have the characters go against different characters this time. So I'm not going to say who it is they're fighting, but you're going to know as we go. First up on the matchup is Diesel versus She-Hulk. Yeah, I guess Hulk took a break and decided, let's get She-Hulk get into some action because Diesel got tired of fighting him. So, you know, I said, you know, She-Hulk is an interesting character. So let's start off with Diesel, right? Diesel, part of the Karjakz team. So let's have a look at Diesel. So we got Diesel right here, as y'all can see. He's a beast, you know what I mean? He's a beast, as y'all can see. And he's strong, he's intelligent, he's got combative skills, boxing and wrestling. He's got the power axe, he's got the totem mask, and he's a tactical fighter. He's very intelligent too, you know. I know a lot of characters are created where they're like, oh, it's just big and strong, but he's not intelligent. No, this dude is intelligent because the guy that I based him on is intelligent too, you know what I mean? So Diesel versus, that's Diesel attributes right there. I'm not going to go all the details of it because if you want all the details of his attributes, you can get this book, Karjakz Assassins, on soundvision.com. Get your copy today, you know what I mean? So now, he's going against She-Hulk, right? Let's show y'all She-Hulk. Here we go. There goes She-Hulk right there, y'all. And yes, she's part of the Avengers. And if you ever watched Fantastic Four episodes from the 1990s animation series or the Avengers cartoon, you know, she was part of past comic books. She was part of the Avengers. You know what I mean? She's always been part of the Avengers. And so She-Hulk, right? Let's break her down. She's the cousin of Bruce Banner. She's, well, I guess technically the cousin of Hulk. She has same thing, strength. The only thing is that she doesn't have that rage strength like he does. Now, I don't know if she does have that rage strength, but I've never seen it in any cartoons or anything like that. But she's powerful, man. She's smart, she's intelligent, she's tactical. Now, on this matchup, they're going against each other. With everything that I've told y'all, the one edge Diesel has is he has experience, right? In a way, She-Hulk is kind of a rookie and not a rookie, but he's more of a vet. He's done this a bunch of times. And so on this matchup, strength versus strength, in the end, Diesel's experience helps him too. And not to mention the totem mask. You know what I mean? Once he puts that on, oh, it's game over because that totally amplifies his strength, his whole abilities, and everything he can do. And that just pushes it over the level. So, you know, on this matchup, Diesel versus She-Hulk, Diesel comes in victorious and takes down another Avenger. You know what I'm saying? So Diesel versus She-Hulk, Diesel is victorious. Next matchup, we got Shepard versus Wasp. Wasp from the Avengers. So let's talk about Shepard first of all. Right? He's also... Let's talk about Shepard. Let's see if we can get this picture right here, y'all. Here goes Shepard. So that's Shepard, y'all. Y'all can see, right? So let's break Shepard down. Shepard, he's got quantum arrows, quantum bows. Of course, he's blind. That's what makes him incredible. He's the master combatant, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, karate, taekwondo. Like I said before, he has those quantum, he has that quantum bow and then quantum arrows. He's a tactical fighter, yeah. And the disadvantage to a lot of people is that people always think his blindness is the advantage. Actually, his advantage because he can adapt himself to darkness or light. He has a great radar sense about things. You know what I'm saying? So hitting him is literally impossible. He's just an incredible character. And his fighting skills are just second to none. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, he doesn't miss with that bow ever. You know what I mean? And that quantum arrows, y'all can see that bow can draw 3 bows at one time. Yeah, he can. It's an energy bow. It's not just your typical bow and arrow, man. It's the coolest thing you've ever seen. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for the animations to come and be like, oh, his arrows are so cool. You know what I mean? And then he's going against Wasp, who's great in all right? So we've seen it in the Avengers movies, in Ant-Man and Wasp movies. And also too, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and then Earth's Avengers assemble. You know what I mean? And so Wasp, right? She's got powers. She can shrink. She can grow. She's got projectiles from her gauntlets. Has power of flight, right? And when she shrinks, she actually has superhuman strength to a certain level, right? So now let's pit these guys together, right? So with everything we know about Wasp and everything we know about Shepard, okay? So if we take away all their tools, right? You know, even if we incorporate all their tools, Wasp can fly around all she wants. You know, she can duck him and all that stuff like we've seen. But eventually he's going to get her because he's got a radar sense, as I said before, right? And so even though she's small, she's still going to be giving off a radar sense, right? And so guess what Shepard's going to do? He's either hitting her with that quantum bow, and she better hope that he doesn't hit her with the three arrows either. You know what I mean? So on this matchup, Shepard versus Wasp, because in terms of hand-to-hand combatant, she's not really his equal. You know what I mean? She doesn't have what he has. And that's one of the things about my characters. I always make sure they're great hand-to-hand combatants, right? Because in the end, when you take away their tools, man, it's going to come down to one thing. What can you do with your hands, right? And on this matchup, Shepard versus Wasp, Shepard comes in victorious and defeats Wasp. You know what I'm saying? So that's another victory for the Karjakz, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got Shepard defeating Wasp, y'all. Next up, Sincere versus Black Widow. These are two very powerful ladies. Sincere from the Karjakz universe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling y'all their names and stuff like that because I've introduced their names to y'all before. You know what I mean? So let's talk about Sincere versus Black Widow. So let's have a look at Sincere, right? She might be the best fighter on the Karjakz team. You know what I mean? She's got great hand-to-hand combat skills. So let's break her down. She's a journalist, which means she's good at infiltrating things, finding things. She's tactical. She's a great hand-to-hand combatant. She's trained in the shadow arts, Muay Thai, master of karate. She's got these two amazing katanas. They can cut through anything. Not to mention the new version of her in version 6. Oh man, God, it's so sick. You know what I mean? But she is able to do a bunch of things, and she's acrobatic. She's guile. She's got stealth. She's like I said, she can infiltrate things. So now she's going against Black Widow, right? Let's show y'all Black Widow. Who's part of the Avengers. I like to call her the first lady of the Avengers because that's really how I feel about Black Widow. I feel like she's the first lady of the Avengers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's the first lady of the Avengers. There you go. There goes Black Widow right there. You know what I mean? And I was so happy when she got that movie. So now she's going against Sincere, right? So guess what? Let's break down Black Widow. She's got combatant training. She's a spy. She's got spy training. She's great at infiltration. She's got great hand-to-hand combatant skills, various forms of martial arts. She's intelligent. She's smart. You know what I'm saying? And so now we got these two amazing ladies going at each other, right? And so the edge is, I feel like Sincere is a better fighter because neither one of them throws projectiles. Of course, Black Widow has that thing where she shoots gauntlets from her wrist where it shoots electricity. But just like Black Panther's costume, Sincere's costume is not going to be affected by that because it's designed to take on that and reflect that energy back to her. So in the end, it comes down to their combatant skills, and Sincere is going to take her. It's not going to be like, oh, she just whooped her. No, it's by the skin of her teeth. Sincere gets by Black Widow. You know what I mean? Because Black Widow is an incredible adversary, right? And so Black Widow takes this L, you know what I'm saying, loses to Sincere. Because I really can't see a scenario where Black Widow beats Sincere. She's just too great of a fighter. You know what I mean? Of course, Black Widow was a great fighter in her own kick, right? Now, if she was fighting like, let's say, Hawkeye or Iron Man, I'd be like, yeah, she's gonna whoop them dudes, but she's not beating some lady who's equal to her combatant skills or an individual who's equal to her combatant skills. You know what I'm saying? So on this matchup, Sincere versus Black Widow, Sincere takes this one and keeps the crown in the house of the Karjakz. You know what I'm saying? So let's recap right now. So far, Diesel's got one victory, Shepard's got a victory, and so does Sincere. Next up, Rasputin versus Black Panther. This is a very great matchup. You know what I mean? Because you've got two of the best combatants. Because for me, in terms of combatant skills, Black Panther is the best combatant skills guy on the Avengers, and Rasputin, as I stated before, he's probably the best combatant skills. It's a two-way tie between him and Sincere, and maybe Cajun. You know what I'm saying? So because I feel like they're the best hand-to-hand combatant skills because they're not really using projectiles. You know what I mean? So let's talk about Rasputin first of all. Let's break out Rasputin. Let's see right here, y'all. You know, every time I get to showcase my awesome characters. Let's talk about Rasputin. So that's Rasputin right there, as y'all can see. You know what I mean? Of course, he don't look like that no more. You know what I mean? Because that's the version 5, right? And it's Rasputin. So let's talk about Rasputin. Great hand-to-hand combatant. Let's see what else. He's a scientist, which means really clever, coming up with concoctions to, like, whether it's creating gases or whatever you want to think of. He's a great kickboxer, Muay Thai, master of karate. he's just an incredible fighter. And he's got these servo sticks. He's got an array of gadgets. He's got sync visor, ninja stars, his grappling gloves. They can magnetize things. He's just got an array of weapons, man. I don't want to tell you everything, because if you want to know everything about Rasputin, you can get this right here. Karjakz of Assassins bio book, available on sciencefiction.com. Get your copy today. You know what I mean? It's a great read, because you're going to need it for the great comic book that's coming soon. Karjakz of Assassins, the first official Karjakz of Assassins comic book. Now back to it, right? And he's going against Black Panther, the king of Wakanda, who of course has the vibranium suit. This suit just, of course, he's got the Wakanda serum, which amplifies his strength. It gives him unnatural abilities. I guess if I want to call it not supernatural abilities, but super abilities: speed, height, jumping abilities, strength. Let me see what else. I don't know if there's healing factors to it, you know what I mean? But then, of course, the suit itself, the vibranium suit, can do just about it. It deflects things. It's bulletproof. It absorbs kinetic energy, and it can reflect that energy back towards you. And not to also mention, he's a great combatant, right? Because of the different martial art, different fighting techniques of Wakandan combat skills. You know what I mean? So now let's pit these guys together, right? So let's show y'all Black Panther, right? You know what I mean? The king of Wakanda, because I'm a big Black Panther fan. So we got Black Panther right there, y'all. Y'all can see him. You know what I mean? So now let's talk about this matchup. So on this matchup, Rasputin versus Black Panther, I've had time to think about this for a long time, because I've had this episode in my mind for a while. This will be a hard matchup, because I really think this is a draw. These two great guys, these guys are both equal in terms of, I feel like Rasputin has more combative skills, but the balance is Black Panther's suit. You know what I mean? Because it offers deflective energy skills, it offers defense mechanism skills, and Rasputin's suit offers offensive skills. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like two great boxers going against each other. It would be like Muhammad Ali fighting Mayweather or something. That would be crazy if I actually saw that. You know what I mean? But that's what it feels like. And so on this matchup, Rasputin versus Black Panther, it's a draw, because I feel like even if you use their weapons, they're equal. But because Rasputin's suit offers all the same kind of defensive technologies too, because it's created by his brother Cajun, right? But also too, if you take away their suits and powers, their ability, their technology skills, or whatever you want to call it, they're great, both great hand-to-hand combatants. It's going to be equal. I do feel like Rasputin has an edge, but in this fight, it's going to be a draw, because it's just like Silver Six going against vibranium armor, ninja stars, and all kinds of stuff that Rasputin has, and it's just going to be a draw, y'all. I can't see a win here. I feel like on this first matchup, they're going against each other, because Rasputin's never fought Black Panther. You know what I mean? And the thing about Rasputin is he learns as he goes. Same thing with Black Panther. But on this first matchup, Rasputin versus Black Panther, this is a draw. I can't see a victor on either side. I was like sitting there like, who would win? And the honest truth is, I feel like this would be a draw. So Rasputin versus Black Panther, it's a draw, y'all. Next matchup, we've got Glocks versus Iron Man. Yeah, I know this is a weird matchup. You're like, Glocks versus Iron Man. Yeah, you know, Glocks versus Iron Man. So let's talk about Glocks first of all. Let's show y'all Glocks before I get busy talking about them. So we got Glocks right here. All right. So there you go. That's Glocks right there. Now he's going against Iron Man. You know what I mean? Of course, Iron Man has the nanotechnology armor. You know what I mean? And you're wondering, how is Glocks gonna fight Iron Man? Well, it's simple. It's simple. Captain America fought Iron Man, and Glocks has already fought Captain America and beat him. So, be all of about Glocks. Let's break Glocks down. Okay, so Glocks, he's a tech expert. He's a boxer. He's a kickboxer. He knows Muay Thai just like his brother. There's a array of weapons. He has Gatling guns, spider darts, Teflon suit, targeting visor, and various other weapons. Now, his suit, just like Rasputin's, is like armor. It's just a different type of armor, right? You know what I mean? It's not the traditional armor that you would see. You know what I mean? Because the technology that his brother created, Cajun, aka Jones Phoenix, to make his suit look like it's not a suit, but it's actually a suit. And of course, like I said, he doesn't look like this anymore. These are all version 5s that I'm showing y'all, because version 6, oh my god, which is what's available in the upcoming first official Karjakz of Assassins comic book, is a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? So that's the guy that's fighting Iron Man. You know what I mean? And this guy right here can block technology. He can control technology with his suit. He can manipulate technology. So Iron Man's suit, regardless of what it is, whether it's 909 technology or not, it's still technology, right? So if you're going against Iron Man's technology in itself is great. So let's show y'all Iron Man, because I'm not sure if I showed y'all Iron Man. So there goes Iron Man right there, of course. You know what I mean? And that's Glock. So now let's introduce Iron Man, of course. Legend. The one thing Iron Man, he has technology. His technology is designed to do everything Iron Man wants to do, right? But also, too, the one thing Iron Man has never really had is combative skills, right? You know what I mean? But on this matchup, Glock versus Iron Man, when you take away, if you're going even technology, everything, man, there's going to be a draw, right? Because you got a guy in Glocks who understands technology, who can manipulate technology. Then you got a guy in Iron Man who creates technology. Dude, that's like a immovable object versus I don't know what the term is where you say a movable object means something you can't move versus a movable object. But they're going to clash, man. And it's going to be a draw because I feel like Glocks can stop a lot of things Iron Man can do. But why Iron Man's got to worry about is Glocks getting to his suit and being able to manipulate it in a way he's never seen it manipulated. You know what I mean? And that's the cool thing about Glocks. He can manipulate technology, he understands technology. You know what I mean? So on this matchup, Glocks versus Iron Man, it's a draw. Another draw again. You're like, damn, another draw? Yeah, because this is Karjakz versus Avengers. Y'all, Karjakz ain't no slouch and Avengers ain't no slouch. I mean, these are the toughest of the toughest, man. You know what I mean? And so Glocks versus Iron Man, it's a crazy draw. It's just like two. Even if because his suit he's got the Gatling guns, and those guns, man, they pierce a whole lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Iron Man has repulsor rays. Glocks has Gatling guns. Iron Man has the suit. Glocks has the Teflon suit. You know what I mean? So it's just an equal matchup, man. And so Glocks versus Iron Man, it's a draw, y'all. So on to our next matchup. Escalade versus Captain America. Yeah, that's right. It's not so much about the battle of the sexes. It's more about the battle of the military. You know what I mean? You've got Escalade, who's Air Force, and you've got Captain America, who's Army. Of course, let's break them down. Let's see. Let's show y'all who is who. So you've got, let's see here. You got Escalade. You got Escalade, who's the leader of the Karjakz. So there she goes, right? Air Force Colonel. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Let's break it down. Let's break it. Let's show y'all Captain America's pictures, and then I'm gonna break down each person. And then we got Captain America, right? Where my Captain America post at? Where you at? Here we go. Captain America seemed to be the ageless wonder. That's what I like to call him. You know what I mean? That's Captain America, right? And so they're going against each other. Let's break down Escalade. She's a Air Force Colonel. She's an ace pilot. She's a great combatant skills. She's got black belt in Taekwondo and karate. She's got that cannon, the Harrier, aka the Pulse cannon. She's got targeting visor, smart bombs, Teflon suit, and of course she's got a jet plane, Wild Wing, right? Of course that's not coming into the battle. But now, and let's talk about, and she has great leadership skills, tactical, smart, and a woman that's like a leader in a way you've never seen in any animated series before, right? She's going against Captain America, the ageless wonder, who of course is military. Now he gets his abilities from the serum that he took, right? You know what I mean? And of course, let's not forget, Escalade's battle suit is an enhanced suit. It's a Teflon suit, which means it enhances your strength in many ways too as well, and your combative skills, right? Now let's talk about Captain America. As I said before, he's an ageless wonder. He's got that shield, of course, which is vibranium proof. But we've seen in the Thanos, in the Avengers and Endgame, that it is destructible. It can be broken if you have the right tools to do it, and Escalade has the right tools, right? And so then Captain America also has combatant skills, of course, in various forms of art. I don't know if he has as many combatant skills that she has, but his serum that he took, the super serum, allows him to fight like a super soldier, which is what he is, right? So, you know, of course, he's got military training. Of course, can't forget that, just like Escalade, but he's from the Army. Okay, so now let's talk about these two amazing characters. It's like you're having a tank go against another tank, you know what I'm saying, or a jet plane going against a tank. And it was just like, I was looking at this fight, I was like, wow, this would be incredible, because you have two military tacticians. They both plan things. They're both very tactical. They're both very I wouldn't call it instructive, but they give directions in a way they can pull you. And they're both fighters. You know what I mean? They will not be bullied. You know what I mean? So, you know, you've got two strong-willed individuals who are going to go at it, and they're going to fight to the last breath. You know what I mean? So this matchup, Escalade versus Captain America, it's a draw, because I just can't see. Even though Captain America has a super soldier serum, that's not going to be enough for him to beat her. You know what I mean? Because as I said before, the suit that she had is enhanced. You know what I mean? It enhances a lot of things. Your speed, your fighting abilities, your strength. You know what I mean? And plus, everything that Captain America throws at her Escalade's suit can like revert the energy back to him. You know what I mean? So he's like basically hitting a wall every time he hits her. And every time she hits him, she's hitting him like she's a train. It's like a tank, just boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be equal. Of course, he's superhuman, but on the when you look at the equalness, because she has the ability to stop his punches, basically to render them useless, is hitting him his punches, and she has the ability to hit him. And even though she's hitting him, he's able to recover because of his super soldier serum that he took. So on this matchup, Escalade versus Captain America, it's a draw. It's not about the battle of the sexes. It's just about the battle of abilities, and both are equal in their abilities. I felt like if Captain America can fight Iron Man, Escalade can fight Iron Man, and Escalade can fight Captain America. So on this matchup, on this first time, Escalade versus Captain America, Escalade and Captain America tie up, and this is a draw. You know what I mean? So it's a tough, man. This, I told y'all, I know you're like, another draw. Yeah, another draw. You can't just be having wins going left and right any kind of way, man. These are amazing characters from both the Karjakz Assassin universe and the Avengers universe. You know what I mean? So last matchup, Cajun versus War Machine. We're talking about technology here. Let's talk about Cajun first of all, from the Karjakz. You know what I mean? He's the second in command behind his sister Escalade. Let's show you his battle suit, this is the version 5 battle suit right here. As you can see, you know what I mean? That's Cajun right there. Now let's show y'all War Machine. Woo! I've always wanted to have War Machine in these fights, man. This was my chance to actually get him in there. I was like, look, I'm gonna take out Falcon. I'm gonna take out Shepard. And take out Hawkeye and put in War Machine. Check that out, y'all. War Machine, right? Air Force Colonel. You know what I mean? So now, let's talk about this, right? So look, the thing about Cajun, right? Let's start off with Cajun. Okay, he has the biosuit, his choice of weapons, his weapons that he has, the blue blades, Omega Beam, Cajun Star, Laser Ray, Light Shield, his Nimbus, his hoverboard, and of course his faithful Psychic Sphinx, who's not going to be in a fight, and talk about everything he has. He has great combatant skills. He's a master of karate, jiu-jitsu, and also Jet Kundo. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. I felt like when I created him, I wanted him to have Bruce Lee's fighting style, which is a mix of all fighting styles, right? You know what I mean? And then, of course, he's going against Air Force Colonel James Rhodes, and AKA War Machine, right? You know what I mean? So who's part of the Avengers? Who's basically got Iron Man's armor, but a military version, right? So which incorporates every type of arsenal you can think of. Missiles, rays, endless machine guns. Just like Iron Man, his combat, I guess I would say he has better combatant skills. You know what I mean? But not enough to where he's going to beat Cajun. I know you're like, he's leaning towards Cajun winning. Of course I'm leaning towards Cajun winning. He's not beating him because their armor is equal. If not, Cajun has a better suit, to be honest with y'all. But our War Machine's armor is not no slouch neither. But you know what I mean? But he's not beating Cajun. He doesn't have enough array of weapons to beat him. You know what I mean? This is not even about combatant skills. It's just about what your suit can do. And Cajun's suit can do a whole lot. Not to mention he has those blades. And even if without those blades, he has plenty of laser rays and all kinds of artillery in his back suit to defeat War Machine. So they can both fly. Their suits both offer flight, both offer an enhanced strength, both offer defensive technology, offensive technology. But in the end, Cajun comes out the winner because he's a better combatant, right? Because it always comes down to that, being a better combatant. Because every superhero I've ever watched, even cartoons, it always comes down to combative skills, right? And in the end, Cajun is a better combatant than War Machine. So on this last matchup, Cajun versus War Machine, Cajun comes out victorious because in the end, he's just a better combatant. And plus he's got better, not to mention he's the creator of all this awesome technology. So he understands even better than Colonel Rhodes, aka War Machine, understands. So Cajun comes in victorious and defeats War Machine, man. Not to mention, I mean, and this ain't it ain't close, but it wasn't about to be like Cajun was gonna be like, I'm gonna lose to this guy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, hey, Colonel, I'm just keeping it 100 with you, but you don't have no chance against me. But it's still a matchup though, because I feel like Air Force Colonel's, his War Machine's weapons are gonna do some damage. This ain't gonna be some you just blow by me and nah. Cajun's gonna have a hard time with War Machine, but he is gonna beat him. Because none of these matchups are easy, man. They're not cakewalks, man. You know what I'm saying? So on the last matchup, Cajun versus War Machine, Cajun gets by War Machine, you know, because he has the same kind of technologies that Iron Man has. Maybe a little bit less, but it's still formidable. So Cajun defeats War Machine, and that ends our last matchup, y'all. So let's recap what's going on with this fight on this Karjakz versus Avengers fight, round 3. Cajun defeats War Machine, Escalade and Captain America draw, Glocks draws with Iron Man, Rasputin draws with Black Panther, Sincere defeats Black Widow, Shepard defeats Wasp, and Diesel defeats She-Hulk. So the Karjakz get 4 wins, and the Avengers get 0, and we got 3 ties. So y'all, it's been an awesome episode. But before we get up out of here, right, let's first of all talk about this bio book. Get your copy today on ScienceVision.com so you can read up on the Karjakz Assassin universe, because this is what's going to help you to understand the official, first Karjakz Assassin comic book that's coming out soon, y'all. It's almost done. It's through its last phases right now. It's getting cleaned up, with the diction and all that kind of cool stuff right there, you know what I mean? But before we get out here, I want to let y'all know what stuff we got. The summer's here, you know what I mean? So if you want to wear shorts, y'all, you got these shorts, reversible shorts. They're great for working out, but they're also great for general wear, you know what I mean? So go get yours on ScienceVision.com today. And can't forget our Batas 2 program, you know what I mean? The Batas footwear. Always got the Batas footwear, man. The Batas 2s right now, they are kicking butt all over social media and all over our website, you know what I mean? So you got low tops right here, you know what I mean? And these are the platinum edition, so they come in white trim and black trim, you know what I mean? So, you want to go get your pair today. As you can see, they come together. Sorry, y'all, I dropped that thing right there. Look at that. So you see how it comes? You can see the art. You can see both sides of the shoe are different. Look at that, right? Because a lot of people don't know that's what we do here at Science Vision. And then, of course, you got the high tops. You got the high tops. I was just rocking these yesterday. I love wearing these shoes, man. They are so comfortable, right? The Batas 2s, high tops, you know what I mean? As you can see, the art is different on both sides. And that's the cool thing about my shoe. It's not the same on both sides, you know what I mean? Then you've got the 2 pairs. You can see, right? Check that out. As you can see, it's very different from each other. So you got the right side and you got the left side. So y'all, that's our show for today, y'all. I want to thank y'all for listening. But before we get out of here, right, we got to pay these bills. This Science Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. As you can see, my business is growing. A4 Capital Consulting has been very instrumental in growing us in terms of marketing, production, and just the right direction, y'all. And so let me continue with our sponsorship. This podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. You know what, y'all? Let me get y'all something so y'all can see how Anadel's rocking. So y'all can see these insoles. Look, y'all. This Anadel Foot and Ankle right here, y'all. This is the insoles that I wear in all my shoes right here. You can check it out on AnadelCenter.com. You can get all the details there, make an appointment. You know what I'm saying? Don't walk around having foot pain when you can do something about it. So this is what the Dr. Onusode over there at AnadelCenter.com did for me. Customized orthotics to fit your shoe in any shoe you wear. So, I always put them in my Batas. They always go in my Batas. Trust me, they do. You know what I mean? So, this is what you got to do for yourself to take care of your feet. You don't want to be in pain, man. Check that out. I'm always wearing my as you can see, the color of my orthotics, they go in there, man. So, visit AnadelCenter.com today, y'all, and make an appointment so you can get your feet in the right direction. You know what I mean? So, y'all, I want to thank y'all for listening. This podcast is brought to you by, this podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. Please check out our website at ScienceVisionShop.com or ScienceVision.com. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one you remember. Most people remember ScienceVision.com, so we can go with that. Please subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen, whether it's Amazon, Desert, Spotify, Apple. And you can also listen on our website, ScienceVision.com. And please check out our social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at ScienceVision. And please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Pursue your dreams. Have a great week. Peace.